Have you ever had a brilliant idea, but then you just couldn't find the right words to get other people on board? Oh yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're going to break down a method that can completely change that. A way to turn your ideas into really powerful, persuasive arguments.
You know that feeling, right? You've got this solid point you want to make, but when you try to actually say it or write it down, it just comes out messy. Or even worse, it just falls flat. You're staring at a blank page or maybe a silent room, and that path from your great idea to a knockout argument feels like a total mystery. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll dig into why making an argument can be so darn tough in the first place. Then, we'll introduce a template-based solution and really break down how it works. After that, we'll see how this goes way beyond just writing and into everyday communication. And by the end, you'll have a brand new toolkit to make your case, every single time.
Okay, let's start with the problem we all know so well, the argumentation challenge. Seriously, why is it so hard to be persuasive, even when you know you've got a fantastic point?
I mean, does this sound familiar? You're not quite sure where to begin, all your thoughts feel like a tangled up mess, and when you finally get your point out there, it just doesn't land with the punch you wanted. The whole thing can feel super overwhelming, and that leads to some real frustration and, more importantly, a lot of missed opportunities.
But what if there was a way to just cut right through all that frustration? What if there was a structured approach that could be the solution? Well, let's take a look.
So here it is, the big idea. Objective-based template writing. Look, this isn't about being some kind of naturally gifted speaker. It's about having a system. This method basically turns persuasion into a repeatable science. It forces you to start with a very specific goal and then gives you a framework to build your argument step by step.
And the process itself is surprisingly simple. It really just breaks down into 3 clear steps. First, you define your objective, like what do you actually want to achieve here? Second, you pick a template that fits that goal. And third, you just build your argument right inside that structure. Easy enough, right?
So what's really going on under the hood with this method? To really get why it's so powerful, let's just break down the name itself and look at the core components.
First up, what makes it objective-based? Well, this is absolutely the crucial starting point. It means you begin with the end in mind. Before you write a single word, you have to define a super specific outcome. So instead of a vague goal like, I want my team to understand my proposal, your objective becomes something like, I want my team to approve the $5,000 budget for Phase 1 by this Friday. See the difference? That clarity, that's your foundation.
Okay, and what about the templates? Think of these as your blueprint. They give you a logical structure that just eliminates all the guesswork. For a quick verbal point, you could use a simple template like PREP. Make your point, give a reason, share an example, then restate your point. It's like a pre-built skeleton, which means you can focus all your energy on adding the muscle, your facts and ideas. And the difference is it's night and day. Without a template, our ideas can feel chaotic, disorganized, and honestly, they're hard for other people to follow. We make them do all the work. But with a template, the argument becomes structured and crystal clear. It guides your listener from one point to the next, making your conclusion feel not just persuasive, but inevitable.
And here's the best part. This isn't just a tool for writing essays or long reports. No way. This skill translates directly from the page into the real world of everyday communication.
The source material we're looking at really hammers this point home, highlighting these as argumentative-based templates in communication. That last part is so key. It's a signal that this is a tool for talking, for meetings, for literally any time you need to make your case.
So where can you actually apply this? Just think about it for a second. That high-stakes presentation at work? Yep. An important email where you need a clear yes or no? Absolutely. A debate with your team? This gives you a framework. Even something as simple as persuading a colleague to help you out on a project. This structure is so versatile.
Okay, let's put it all together and pack up your new persuasive toolkit. We'll go over the key takeaways so you can start using this stuff right away.
When you really get the hang of this method, you gain some serious advantages. Your confidence is going to shoot up because you'll walk into any situation with a clear plan. You'll save a ton of time and mental energy because you can just skip that whole staring at a blank page paralysis. You'll create clarity for your audience, and bottom line, your arguments are just going to be way, way more powerful. So if you only take one thing away from this, let it be this. The most persuasive arguments you hear, they aren't just improvised flashes of genius. No, they are carefully built piece by piece on a solid foundation. This method gives you the blueprint to build your own. This framework literally puts the power of structured persuasion right in your hands. It gives you the tools, it gives you the blueprint. So the only real question left to ask is, what argument are you going to build first?